Do not attempt the techniques you are about to see without consulting a professional. On this episode of The Dog Whisperer,
Sasha and Lulu really started to get aggressive, and I feel like it's out of control. I have no control over what's happening.
I cannot hold Aussie. She now weighs 80 pounds, and Aussie is all muscle. One of the things that I'm really concerned about Aussie is I can't take her to the vet because she goes totally ballistic.
Right from the beginning, there was trouble with Sophie. I didn't know how bad it was going to be.
when good dogs go bad, there's one man who's their best friend. Cesar Millan.
No dog is too much for me to handle. I rehabilitate dogs, I train people. I am the Dog Whisperer.
I first saw a Basset Hound in a pet shop when I was a teenager and fell in love, and that's the dog I've always wanted.
I wanted a puppy because I never had a puppy. That was my very own. And Krista wanted to rescue one. So she said, let's compromise. So we got both.
The day after they brought Riley home, the Cluses went to the Ohio Basset Rescue to adopt another dog, 3-year-old Sophie.
Sophie was probably going to be put down in about a week. I just saw pictures of her and I said, we're going to get her. Right from the beginning, there was trouble with Sophie and Riley. There's been so many times that Sophie's gone after Riley and bitten her and drew blood, I can't count. I'm always on edge, and I know that doesn't help because I'm not a calm person to begin with. Sophie would jump at her, or, and I would always be there so I'd catch her.
Sophie just took over, just would maul her.
2 weeks after we got him, she got her on the nose and drew blood, and it kept bleeding and bleeding and bleeding.
There were several times we had to make a trip to the vet, stitch a nose or the inside of her mouth. Emergency room, that was a nice trip that day.
I did go out and buy a playpen. I would use it when Sophie started to get aggressive. It's been very stressful. I'm an anxious person anyways, very nervous and anxious. I do feel bad for Riley. I didn't know how bad it was going to be when I got Sophie. I just knew I was going to save her life. I wouldn't give either of them back, but there's been many times where I just cry and, she didn't deserve it. She doesn't do anything to her. I'm afraid that Sophie would get a hold of Riley and take an eye out, take her life, just hurt her so bad that, we couldn't save her.
Sprawling fields and the simple life of Amish country Ohio remind Cesar of his grandfather's farm in East Palino, Mexico. But his destination today is far from peaceful. The tension-filled home of the Cluses and their dueling Basset Hounds.
What can I do for you?
Well, it's our older dog, Sophie.
Mm-hmm.
She was a rescue dog about 1.5 years ago,
mm-hmm.
and she had some problems with aggression. That's why her previous owners took her to the pound, because they couldn't deal with it anymore.
And the history behind her, she attacked the owners?
The only thing they wrote on their little card was that she was jealous of their other dog. That's how they put it.
And the jealousy is with you around, or him around, or both of you?
Most of the attacks have happened with me around.
Okay. No blood?
Yeah, blood, yes.
She attacks her to where you have to pull her off, or she'll just keep doing it until she's dead.
Like a fighting dog?
Yeah, and Riley just kind of, cowers.
So what is your reaction when she's into attack mode, in the attack mode? What is?
Well,
Screaming,
at
crying.
first I would just Sophie, you know, run over there and just grab her and take her off.
Crystal more than me. It's only happened when I've been around like maybe 3 times.
See, she's more respectful then.
I think so.
Yeah.
So I almost try to dare her to do
Yeah, of
something
course.
so I could react, see how I would react to it.
And she has not tried to.
No, no.
I'm
Which
the
the
more
limits?
dramatic,
Emotional.
very, and, you know, I'm nervous anyways.
And this
She
is
hasn't
before
done
you
it-
had the dogs? I mean, your nervousness,
Oh,
your
yeah.
anxiety? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, okay.
I'm nervous, tense, even when I'm not around them. I'm
Right,
nervous
right.
at work. I'm nervous going to somebody's house. You know, I'm just...
Okay, so I'm just going to take it step by step because you're being very honest, which I like. You're nervous and you get anxious.
Yeah.
And, you know, pack leaders are not anxious or nervous.
Right.
Good.
Caesar's toughest challenge in this case would be to teach Crystal how to access her own calm, assertive energy.
But you have to go up there not as thinking that something's going to happen. You can always turn around and practice. If you feel unease, you can just go and address yourself to the dominant one. Once you see that she's in a submissive state, then you turn around and do something else. But you have to wait until she's calm, submissive. This is a calm, submissive state. She's not, you know, worry about her. See, if she would be showing some tense energy, like right now, that was a tense energy.
Those are the looks
Yes.
she gives her. Yeah.
That was a tense energy. You have to let them know that you're the pack leader. Once you accomplish that, then you can show the weakness.
Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead, Crystal. Do your thing, girl. But see, right there, you just went into a soft mode.
What did I do? I didn't even notice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So instead of just... See, that's
Okay.
the energy. That's why you're going to trigger.
There's people here. It's their fault.
You blame it to the world. I think Crystal influenced the behavior of attacking, because a lot of times when you are projecting, it's going to happen, it's going to happen, it's going to happen, and if it's not happening, you're going to make it happen. There we go. Nice. And just sit down and relax and really not focus so much on the dogs. You know,
I'm always watching, you know,
because that feeds your nervousness.
because of what's happened. So I'm scared.
Yeah. But that's the past.
Yeah, it is.
Next, Caesar addresses the issue of Riley's insecurity, another reason why Sophie tends to attack her.
That's what I wasn't sure, how to make her stronger.
Yeah, like that. Like she gets, no, don't let him go. That's right. Don't let her buck away. That's right. Riley has learned that when there's food around, she better move, otherwise she's going to be attacked. So I totally understand Riley's point of view. Right here, girlfriend. Right here. And she have to learn right there.
You stay and watch her.
Yeah.
You're right.
There you go. So once you see, there we go,
Thanks.
that she is now walking away from her.
She's scared half to die. I mean, she always is watching and...
Yeah, but once she start doing this more often and she see that she's not looking at her,
Now, she's
then-
not even allowed to look over
that's
here.
avoidance.
Okay.
that's an exercise.
So if she looks, do we correct it?
That's right.
Okay.
Make her wait. There you go. Got a good job right there. That's good.
I've been practicing.
It's pretty good. Every activity, especially when you have an aggressive dog, every activity they do is created by you and it ends by you.
Since Sophie has remained calm and submissive while Riley eats her snack, she can now be rewarded for her behavior.
Now remove the bone from her.
From Sophie?
Yeah.
But it's important that Crystal learns how to end snack time on her own terms.
No, not like that.
Okay.
She have to move. See, she have to move. The bone or anything can move away because, and then you give them movement, and then that's how they chase it.
Oh.
So when a dominant one comes and wants something away from the followers, they have to move. He takes the bone. He only touches the bone when they walk away. So this already surrender.
So do I take it out of her mouth or I make her drop it?
Make her drop it. That's right. Shh.
After Caesar helps Crystal and John, they all travel to Crystal's parents' nearby house to try and teach Sophie how to get along with the 5 dogs that live there.
So we were in Crystal's house earlier, and she asked me, well, you know, I also have a problem in my mom's house, so what should I do in my mom's house? So in order for me to say anything about it, I have to see the pack that lives with her mom. Nice to meet you, sir.
Hi, how are you?
There you go, look at that. Ho, 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 ho.
Caesar gets a first-hand look at the 2 labs and 3 dachshunds that make up John and Gail's pack.
It was a very chaotic situation, and then Sophie comes into this chaotic situation. And she's not going to get the benefit of being with a pack because the pack is not balanced. How do you stop the attack? Were you successful with it?
Yes, we were.
Yeah.
He was, I wasn't.
What do you do then?
Panicked. And I
So you-
get him away.
Oh.
Yeah.
You practice the wrong thing. Yeah, bring Esther out. So you can bring Esther out. See, she backs away from this one, right?
He's already attacked him, too, other times. There have
The
been
only one
times.
she hasn't been is this trooper here.
He rules the rooster. So you can come. Here. Hey. Hey. No. Now bring the one who's attacked. There we go. Shh. Shh. There we go. Hey. Shh. See, the thing is, they can't run away after they're being attacked. Then they become insecure about it. Shh. You can't put it away, because a lot of people do. They just, the one who attacks, they put them away, and they never learn the lesson. So when a dog is going to teach another dog the lesson, he pins him in the ground and keeps him there. So that's what we did. That's what, grab him, put him down. And this whole teeth thing is just part of the rage. You know, she never went after me.
Okay.
So then she stayed there. She had to finish in a surrendering mode. This is what dogs do to teach each other.
Okay, does he understand why you're holding him there?
Not yet, until he relaxes. Otherwise, he doesn't learn what we're trying to accomplish is, even though you were attacked, relax. That's what you're saying.
Okay, okay.
It's very important to walk the pack. I mean, that's how they're going to become a team. That's how they're going to become a family. Say first, before you start, they all have to settle. Actually, yeah, look, they're already informed. That's formation right there. Yeah, that's formation. That's not a good color for her. Come on. I lost another one? What's going on with this weenie dogs? Sophie's part of the pack. We're just preventing a possible bite. That's all. See, they're too excited for me to remove the muzzle right now. They're not in the zone yet. The better walkers are the weenie dogs.
Seeing him out there with all those dogs was a tremendous lesson because look what he accomplished, getting all those dogs to walk together. And it shows that I can do that too. We can all do that.
Caesar is amazing. He took them all in his hand and, you know, he had some problems and he worked through it and kept on going. He didn't lose his cool. He stayed calm and assertive, and that's my goal. I want to be like that, so.
We had a human who was very open to who she was. I'm very nervous, I'm very anxious. Knowing that, it makes sense to me to teach to prevent problems so she doesn't have to go to a high level of anxiety or a high level of nervousness.
I think the most important thing that I learned was I need to keep the anxiousness down, and even if I feel anxious, to take a deep breath and get it under control and then deal with the dog. With a lot of hard work and every single day it's going to take. We're committed to this and we're going to do all we can.
Can do it?
I think
I heard you're a nurse.
Yes.
Hope you don't freak out when you're helping people.
If I do, I hide it.
You hide it. Oh, you're good. So you can be a good actress then. Thank you, ma'am. Sir, pleasure to meet you.
It was nice to meet you.
So, America, Santa Claus does not live in North Pole. He lives in Ohio. And I met him today. Actually, Daddy met him as well.
The wild dingo is one of the most well-known breeds of dogs in Australia. Like wolves, these pack-oriented predators hunt everything from rodents to kangaroos to unsuspecting sheep on Australian ranches. Over the years, dingoes have been bred with all kinds of domesticated dogs, and their descendants can now be found on several continents. When Betty McVeigh bought a neglected 3-month-old dingo mix named Aussie from a local couple, the puppy was in bad shape.
She had sores all over her, on her back, about the size of dimes and nickels, and she was very afraid of everything.
Aussie became a constant companion for 70-year-old grandmother Betty, bringing comfort and a much-needed distraction through 2 successful bouts with cancer. But when Aussie needs her own routine medical care, she is a defiant patient.
I took her to a vet that I didn't know, and all at once I heard Aussie making these awful noises. And when I got back there, Aussie was lying spread eagle flat out on the floor, and they had some kind of choke thing on her, you know, that was around her neck. There was 2 guys, one on each side. One was holding like this. They were like spread eagle, and Aussie was laying out flat like that with her feet like this, and she was making these awful noises.
Betty is now on her 3rd vet, but Aussie's uncontrollable behavior has still kept her from having virtually any kind of medical treatment or checkup.
Aussie has arrived.
Oh. I'd love to do a blood draw on the dog. There's no way we can even restrain her for that at this point in time.
It's gonna be so good.
I doubt that.
We've tried with just a mild sedative, doesn't work.
Pull her up.
Miss McVeigh loves this dog. Her biggest fear is this dog is gonna get hit by a car and we're not gonna be able to treat it. Or it's gonna have an ear infection and she's not gonna be able to treat it.
Betty, she'll say, oh dear, Aussie has an appointment at the vet in a week. Oh dear, 6 days. Oh dear, 5 days. And so by the time they actually leave for the vet, she has worked herself into quite an anxious state.
Another big problem. Aussie is aggressive with other dogs, and it has become nearly impossible for Betty to walk her.
She now weighs 80 pounds, and Aussie is all muscle. If I'm out walking her and she really wants to get away from me, even with the choke chain, I cannot hold Aussie. I was walking over to the park with her one day, and there was a dog off the leash coming at us barking. Aussie actually jerked me down to my knees, and I was by a small little tree, so I wrapped the leash around the tree. It was the only way I could hold that dog. That was the last time I've walked Aussie to the park.
My mom thinks it's a person, but there's a dog in there somewhere. Sweet dog, dog that wants to obey, and also a dog that's a little bit confused. Because Aussie acts completely different when mom is here than when mom is gone. No leash. Come on.
If we ask her to stop barking, she'll stop barking. If we ask her to go outside, she'll go outside. But as soon as Betty walks in the door, Aussie heads straight to the doggy cookie box.
Yeah.
She trains it with biscuits. You do everything for a biscuit.
Now, why is she getting a cookie?
Because she woke up.
Okay, I rest my case.
Even though she's not dog-friendly, she absolutely loves people. And I just don't think that if I let Aussie go, that anybody else would take care of her.
I'm a man of prayer, so I start praying. I said, Lord, I need some help with my mom. And I'm not kidding you, within about a week, I'm watching TV, and there's Caesar, and I'm going, look at this guy.
After 8 years of troublesome visits to the vet, the McVeighs decide to ask Caesar for help. Caesar's dual mission is to help Betty learn how to handle Aussie and to guide Aussie through a successful medical examination.
One of the things that I'm really concerned about Aussie is I can't take her to the vet because she goes totally ballistic.
Like biting the vet?
She hasn't bit the vet, but she fights the vet. and we've had to start putting the muzzle on her, and that just takes her up to the next level. And the other issue that Aussie has is she's not dog friendly, and she's not getting to intermingle with other
So you know
dogs.
we're going to the vet today?
Yes, I know. That was my goal in getting you here.
And this was my goal in getting you here.
There you go. It's a ripple effect.
It is. She wanted you to come for the dog.
A dog creates big things.
I've got a question about this. I don't know if this is true or not. Do you think it's possible that there can be two packs within one pack? Because we have the pack of Mom and Aussie, and then we have the pack of my son Brian, myself, and my wife. And it isn't because we're really at odds. We love having our mom here. We love having Aussie here. This is a great arrangement. But the dog acts completely different when she's here as opposed to when she's gone.
Now stay.
Aussie. There has to be rules. And I understand that the dog means so much to her. She got the dog when she was very ill, when she was living alone. And the dog has meant a lot more to her personally as far as a companion. So there's two different mindsets of even how to kind of raise a dog sitting here on the couch.
Yeah, which it confuses the dog.
She gets biscuits to go outside from her. She gets no biscuits from me. I just expect her to go outside.
That's right, that's pack leader. Yeah, pack leader expect the behavior. They don't buy behavior. You go to church?
Yes.
Okay, God, pack leader, everybody else follower.
There you go.
You follow?
Yes.
We submit to his rules, boundaries, and limitations. Now, teach me something. How did you become a cancer survivor twice?
I was a fighter. I just, you know,
you
said
didn't become afraid.
Well, I was you have a certain amount of fear when they tell you have cancer.
Yeah, but then you overcome
But
it.
I said, I'm not going to die. I'm going to live.
And you went to your pack leader a lot, as I recall. She prayed her way through that. So the pack leader was involved in there, so.
Right, and I had 35 of the most aggressive treatments that they could give me.
But you didn't avoid the situation.
No, you have to face it head on.
That's right.
That's right.
Aggression is like cancer. You know, the thing is you don't need chemo to cure it. You just need energy. So instead of using fear energy to cure that problem, you need calm, assertive energy to cure the problem and get rid of the problem. Avoidance is not going to cure the problem.
Right, and that's what I've been doing with the dog, is avoidance.
It gets worse.
It gets worse, really, because you got the answer. If you can fight cancer, aggression is piece of cake.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I can rehabilitate dogs. I don't know I can fight cancer. You know
Well, you could if you had to.
Exactly, but I have to set my mind to it.
Yeah, because you got a mindset.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Let's do it.
To assess the seriousness of the dog's negative behavior, Caesar takes her for a walk, giving quick corrections whenever Aussie starts to become aggressive.
This is a perfect example of a senior human being, no husband, no kids. Let me get a dog. I feel lonely, and that's what they pick up. It's perfectly fine to rescue a dog when you feel lonely, but you have to understand that they need a pack leader. There we go. Relax.
To add to the challenge, Caesar brings in French Bulldog Sid, one of the balanced dogs from his pack.
This is like a very strong shot of chemo.
Then I can...
No side effects on this one. Relax the hand over there. There we go. We gotta go to the dogs. Stay in the zone. I'm right here with you. If she misbehaved, there we go, right there. Right there. You can't let her get distracted. The only thing she can do is just to stay focused moving forward. That's right. You just passed back. Was it hard?
No.
That's right.
Caesar is from the Lord.
He's amazing. He is. He's from the Lord.
Shoulders up, head up. That's right. Don't shrink on me.
He makes people do what they think they can't do. They're convinced that somebody else needs to come in and fix it for them when he helps them realize that they need to fix it.
That's nice. Good touch. Right there. That's right. Correction. Now you did it on your own. I was just looking.
I did that.
You did that.
I did that.
You did that.
She's a strong person. She'll do well.
I knew that it was going to be a total different story here at the vet's office. The vet has not been able to take blood. She hasn't been able to clip her nails. She hasn't been able to do even just a regular routine exam on the dog.
So one thing that you can learn from this is before you come to the doctor's office, long walk, then you come here.
Right.
So the physical energy is not there. Aussie does not understand that Miss Betty wants the best for her. That's why she brings her to this office. They don't rationalize. So she's not putting the two and two together. What Aussie is seeing, Miss Betty has no control, and at the doctor's office, everybody's already on guard. So right now, she's in a waiting mode.
Yeah, she never comes in. Today, she's been very calm.
But of course, you have to be in that state of mind, not shrinking mind.
Right.
There we go. Hi, ma'am.
Hi,
Dr. Renahan.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Oh,
no problem.
Okay. It's good experience. Good experience for her. Is this a normal behavior of her?
I think she's not too bad out here. I think, and I've just had her be really unpredictable, that she'll be wagging her tail and you're playing with her. Hey, Aussie, how's it going? And all of a sudden it's snap right at your arm and you're like, whoa, where did that come from?
Yeah, the last visit that was here, she was off the meter.
Right.
Totally off the meter.
Absolutely.
Come here, can I say hi? Can I say hi? Huh?
Well, can I help you a little bit?
Yeah,
I know you're the doctor and everything,
not
but
at all.
this is just the psychological part. All right, so hold the leash. So I'm going to be the doctor, right? So from a dog psychology point of view, it's important for them to smell us, see us, and hear us. But when a human comes, and then you create this.
Okay.
You see it? So and then instead that you're becoming a calm, assertive source of energy.
Sure, it's more of a play toy.
With the happy-go-luckies,
Yeah.
That will be the
Probably get
approach.
away with it.
Yes.
Yeah.
But if you have a case like this, if you explain the owner, I'm going to help your dog. I might not sound like I'm being friendly, but I'm going to balance your dog. So one of my roles during this exercise is to play a vet tech. And I'm going to do whatever it takes to help Aussie to get any type of exam the dog might need. She created a sound that sounds like she's about to kill you or you're killing her, right? But it's important to see where she is. She was not in an aggressive state. She was in a panic state. So if that overwhelms you, overpowers you, then you're going to stop the exercise. From that point on, they know how to manipulate human.
Sure. Yep.
So
she's smart.
So what do you normally do?
Normally I would do an exam on her and I'd start at the head and work my way to the back.
I'm holding.
Okay.
Yeah. There you go.
That's a good girl.
There you go.
Good girl.
She got a little tense right there. So if a dog is tense and you say, good girl, it's okay, and then you're feeding that. That's why it's best not to talk and just to touch. Until the animal surrender, then you talk.
Good girl, that's excellent.
Hey, all right.
That not so
I got it. We can't give up right now. You with me? You with me?
I'm with you.
This is what I do for a living.
I know. I've seen her do this behavior before. And she's never really bit anyone. She warns them. But my main fear has always been that she would physically hurt someone.
Yeah, so you gotta relax. There you go.
She's a tough one, huh?
There you go. There you go. It looks ugly. The thing is, nothing bad is happening.
Right. She's just making loud noises.
Enough. Enough. She's good with those feet, huh? Okay. All right, I'm gonna let her sit, and I'm gonna go get a muzzle.
Caesar decides to have Betty put a muzzle on Aussie.
Most of the time, I remove the owner from the situation because that takes a lot of power away from the dog. I can control quicker, you know, because nobody else is feeding the energy they're not supposed to be feeding. But it was very important to me that Miss Betty was there present, observing the transformation.
Aussie, no.
Wait. We can't be sneaky about it because then what's going to happen, she's going to become stronger and faster. See, at home she was awesome.
This is always the worst part.
Yeah, this is the worst part, the worst case scenario.
Aussie.
That's much, but no. You didn't get it. You didn't grab the whole mouth.
There you go, baby.
There you go.
Here we go. Here we go, baby. Come on.
Nice. That's better, don't you think?
Oh, yes.
Instead of sneaking her. I know it takes a little longer, but that's part of it. So a human being has to stay right there until the dog realize that that human being is not going to back away. Just like what she did with cancer. She didn't back away from cancer. She fought cancer.
With Ozzy muzzled, calmer, and the physical exam moving forward, Dr. Renahan prepares to take a rectal temperature.
But see what I'm holding? I'm putting my hand in the right position so I don't get the bites. Because if you hold here, they can only go so far.
Right.
You know, the scratch is just the, the nails part of it.
Yeah, because she hasn't been able to get her nails trimmed in 5 years.
Maybe you can give her a little massage right here in the head just to relax her. Not this way, it's this way.
Oh, okay.
Right? Yeah. It's like a deep tissue massage.
It's like that.
Yes.
Did you actually take her temperature?
I got the proof right here. Got a nail trim done. Never done that remotely, even close to it.
You're a good groomer, doctor.
Exactly, years of training. All right, should we draw some blood?
Yeah.
Right.
Good
This
girl.
is easier.
This is perfect. Hey, Pedro, can you just hold off this vein for us?
Good, all right.
She's always gotten away with it before. The exam would end, we would walk out, and nothing would be done. She wouldn't get her blood test, she wouldn't get her toes clipped. What happened today is Caesar did not let her get away with it. She did not win today, is what I saw. She did not win.
All right.
Thank you, doctor. That's when you let it go. You can't let it go while they're throwing that kicks, because then they win. So you just wait a little longer, let them drain that energy,
Right.
and then that's when you let them go. So they see, okay, they let me go when I was relaxed. This is something that's been happening for 8 years. So now we are saying, for 8 years you did this, but today you didn't, and the payback is this. You're gonna have a massage after.
I see that, yes, she can be submissive. It's just going to take a little work on my part to get her where I want her. Do you want cookies?
There's always space for cookies.
She never turns down treats. High five.
That's right.
High five. You don't get a cookie if you have
That's right.
Some of the strategies I told Miss Betty to do, and definitely have fun with them, is that bring Ozzy to the vet, even though Ozzy doesn't need any work done. The nurses can give her food, they can give her water, just to create a positive association.
If you just get them used to just coming in, they go, oh, this isn't a bad idea. I come in, I get a biscuit. Easy.
Caesar also recommends that Betty take Ozzy on a long walk and put her muzzle on before entering the vet's office. Finally, Betty should sit with a calm, assertive energy in the waiting room until Ozzy is in a calm, submissive state.
And Miss Betty's son, Louis, can definitely participate in helping her to control Ozzy. I'm always very proud of people who step up to the place, and in this case, Miss Betty, she's taking the responsibility of being the pack leader, not just the dog lover, the pack leader. What I see with the future of Miss Betty is endless possibilities. It's only gonna get better.
Well. Very nice. This isn't going so well.
I got Lulu almost 3 years ago. She was my first dog, and I'm a dog person ever since. Lulu is a poodle chihuahua, 7 pounds. She's 3. When I got her and we were alone, it was a little bit different. She was this loving, completely nice, and she was totally attached to me, and that kind of changed when I moved someone else into the house.
Well, when I first moved in, Lulu chewed up all my things. She peed on my feet. She basically didn't want me there. I didn't know if she was going to ever accept me. So I was like, oh my gosh, this dog better like me or I'm gone.
Then, Jeffrey's mother gave Ace a dog of his own.
And she's mine. She's 2.5 pounds. She's Pomeranian Chihuahua. She's really cute. She looks like a little rat running around the house.
It was so easy that I thought, oh, I just want to get a third one because that was just too easy.
Sasha, the newest member to the family. The Maltese, full breed, about 7 months old, 6 pounds.
Sasha's adorable, and I just love her to death. And then Sasha and Lulu really started to get aggressive. It just gets so loud, and then I've had enough, and I'm like, quiet, shut up, everybody. You know, it's like too much. I would like, to have a little bit more calmness.
I've seen the show and how Caesar makes the dogs calm, submissive. I just don't know if Jeff will be able to handle it. He might freak out or something because
He's very emotional with those dogs, and I'll have to hold him back.
Caesar believes that since humans and dogs are both pack-oriented species, humans need to take on the role of pack leaders. Otherwise, a dog may attempt to take that position.
We need help with our dogs.
Okay, I'm here for that.
This is Bibi.
Uh-huh.
This is Sasha.
Uh-huh.
And this is Lulu.
Okay.
Since we got the two little babies, she's gotten really aggressive towards them. She doesn't really like to be near them, or she doesn't like them playing with her toys or anything like that, and she yells at them all the time. So our household has become very loud, and I feel like it's out of control. Like, I have no control over what's happening in the house.
Neither of you?
No, I just have him do all the work.
What a comfortable marriage.
Exactly what happens. He's like, shut them up.
Really? Oh. And how come you don't want to cooperate?
Because the way I do it, he doesn't like it.
Oh, all right. So we got to come out with the better approach. All right. And so there you go. I like that. So what do you do in a situation like that when she's growling or protesting?
Usually I yell at her and tell her no. I'm like, Lulu, shut up.
What worries you the most is the aggression?
That's right. What I would like is to be able to live in the house with all of the dogs getting along and have a quiet evening, you know? They're constantly loud. There's no quiet. Lulu's constantly screaming at the babies.
So this is unusual right now?
She's behaving right now.
So who owns the house?
We do.
Okay. Who owns the house? She does.
Oh, Lulu. I get what you're saying. I was confused by that
And
question.
I mean, in a way, not money-wise, but as a pack, as a family, right? Let's say you have kids, right? And you don't have rules, boundaries, limitations with the kids. Who's going to own the house? Oh, if the kids don't see you as... If the kids don't see you as a leader, and then they're going to take over. Same thing with dogs. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Who owns the house? So both of you, I mean, this is the part that you have to really be part of it, because both of you have to be pack leaders.
I don't like disciplining them because I feel like it's being mean. And then their tail goes down and then they go like that, and then I get sad. I don't like it.
Okay, so let's talk about that then. Because that's actually being mean.
Not disciplining them?
Well, it's part of Mother Nature. I totally understand that yelling is not balanced discipline. It's just frustration or anger.
Right.
Right? So if you're disciplining somebody with frustration of anger, it's not a good thing. But if you're disciplining somebody with calm sort of energy, I'm not making you feel nervous or anything. I'm just stopping you.
Right.
See the difference?
Yeah.
That would be mean.
Yeah.
Stop it! That would be mean.
Well, that's pretty much what happened.
You see what I mean? But if you just go, guys, it's enough. Well, that's not mean.
No.
Right?
That made me relax.
Calm down, boy.
He's whispered you.
All right. The whole point is for you to become the calm assertive source, and they become the calm submissive source. Did you walk them every day?
No, I don't walk them.
There you do.
Once a month.
Oh, God, that's mean.
Seriously. But once in a while, we walk them out the door into the mailbox.
Oh, my God.
It's like right up there. But they're so little, I thought we didn't have to, because I thought running around the house would give them enough exercise.
How small you are, how big you are, you still want to go to the outside world and come back. Mm-hmm. So the needs of a dog, female or male, small or large, is exercise, discipline, affection. Not affection, affection, affection.
Lulu doesn't really like that.
Jeffrey and Ace demonstrate how the three girls get into fights.
I think they are at the point in their life, Jeffrey and Ace, where they can't take it anymore. So it's creating a chaos among each other as a human being.
And sometimes it escalates into a full-on fight where they're rolling around and all you see is fur fighting.
That's right. But if you escalate, and then that's how you feed the energy. But if you say, shh, just stay there, you know. In the beginning, it might feel like you repeat yourself more than 3 times. It's normal, you know what I mean? There we go. Let me have it. Let me have it. stop it the same way. Anything that you don't like. See, the thing is, they don't have rules, and that's why it's taking more than 2 times for them to get the picture. There you go. There, you stay right here, girl.
She just sits there calmly like nothing.
Yeah. I disciplined her twice, right? Because she did, growl.
Usually I say, Lulu, no. Lulu, stop.
So it's not so much what you're saying, it's what energy you're using behind what you're saying.
More frustrated because it's so noisy and I need quiet at night.
That's right. But in order for you to create that, you also have to provide that. You can't create quietness with frustration.
Right.
At the same time, you have not exercising them. So the only activity they have is to fight for you. Because as soon as you're peaceful, they're going to imitate your energy.
Well, when the light bulb went on for me was when I realized that it was actually us, not the dogs. It's all in our attitudes and how we act with them. If we're calm, they're calm.
Yeah, totally. Totally in the zone. Do this exercise without yelling. I think that was a challenge. I think that to me became more obvious that the biggest challenge for them is not screaming. Because they have learned to scream to try to control a scenario which they're not being successful about it. Right there we go. She wants that's perfect. Perfect. Well, perfect.
She doesn't do that for me.
But she's doing it right now.
But she did today.
Yeah. Nice. Now, do you see that you're not being mean about it?
Yeah.
You're not being meaner. And just remember that. You're not being mean about it. You're just being the right pack leader.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
This is what I want. This is what I want the evenings to be like. This is what I picture in my mind when I come home, to have the dogs and have them plopped all over me and relax and but this is not what I usually have.
Right.
But I can create this from what I'm learning from you.
Totally. The reality is, if they do exactly what I suggest for them to do, they're going to accomplish what they really want, which what they want is peace.
Caesar leads everyone on their first real walk in years.
Never been on a leash before. Anybody that you want to have a relationship, you have to do physical activities, psychological activities, emotional activities, and in some cases spiritual activities. You have to do them. Otherwise, how can you bond? And how can you have the expectations that you're looking for without you fulfilling? This is why it's so important to understand that exercise, discipline, affection plays a role. It creates the balance.
25 minutes a day is our prescription, and that's what we're gonna do.
If you guys have time to do it together, it would be great because teamwork is easier. Thank you very much. I hope you learned something.
I learned a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. They have a very simple case, and I really hope they embrace the knowledge today and they take advantage of it. Because I like the journey that Jeffrey is in. He wants peace. I like that. I think everybody should look for peace. Dogs are pack animals, and a pack can function without everybody following the same rules, boundaries, and limitations. Crystal and John report that their pack of Basset Hounds is getting better every day. They walk as a pack, and Sophie doesn't attack Riley anymore. They are even working with the pack at Crystal's parents' house. Good work, Crystal. That's what I call leadership. The home of Jeffrey and Ace has something it never had before: peace and quiet. Lulu, Sacha, and Bibi are walking together every day as a pack. And Lulu and Sacha can now lie next to each other on the couch. Don't give up, guys. Your pack is dependent on you. And I am especially happy to report that Betty McBade and Aussie the Dingo are doing fantastic. Betty took Aussie back to the vet, and Aussie submitted to the exam without a struggle. Betty, I'm very proud of you. You are a true role model. Until next time, remember, it takes exercise, discipline, and affection in that order to keep your pack happy, healthy, and balanced.